Martha needs our help.
Martha
sent us a DM and said, "Good morning, Brown Bag.
Good morning.
I'm here messaging you guys because I needed a homie helpline to help me and my wife out."
Okay.
She said, "I recently purchased a house 7 months ago. It's a
Nice.
5-bedroom,
Ooh.
3-restroom.
Oh,
It's a big house.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
That's
big
good.
house.
Money.
Greg's looking for a room.
Imagine doing a lot of different restrooms. You can do so much activities.
Oh, I felt like a lot of cleaning.
No, you can brush your
Yeah, that's what I
teeth in
think
one
of.
Right?
That's how you know he hasn't had his own place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
a lot of cleaning.
bathrooms? No, I gotta clean those things.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
And you
know?
gotta stock them.
Yeah. it's
Oh,
a
it just
lot.
doesn't appear?
No.
And please put
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Keep going.
Downstairs, there's a 5th bedroom with its restroom. She said there was 2 tenants living there when we bought the house, which was 2 girls. The 2 girls in the back asked us if we were willing to keep them because they didn't have a place to go. They were 2 college girls, so after a while, me and my wife said sure, and we let you guys stay. We signed the contract month to month and told them they needed to be out by February, and when February came around the block, these girls asked for an extended month, which we agreed would make April 1st the final day. Mind you, they always
2 months.
argued with us about paying and were careless with taking care of things. April came and I sent them an invoice of all the damages they did, and now they hate us. She said they've made this transition a headache and now want us to take us to small claims for the invoice. We tried figuring it out. Now they are accusing us of having mold and other things and want us to pay them. Should we pay them or stand on business and beat them in court? Let me know, Brown Bag.
Sheesh.
To try to gaslight them, in a way?
The tenant thing is like a
How's
weird
that
thing in
whole
California
thing?
that's been
Yeah.
happening where people are like milking these situations, even when people are trying to be like helpful.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's a weird for sure thing.
Let's talk to Martha. Martha.
Oh, Martha.
Martha.
Martha May.
Good morning, Brown Bag.
Morning.
Martha. Martha.
Much love.
So you bought the house and it was already like people were already living in it.
Correct.
How did that work?
So we were like looking at it. They let us check it out and see if we wanted to purchase it. So when we agreed that we're gonna move forward, then that's when we went through like escrow and all that. They had 30 days to move out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we jumped on it.
The previous homeowner sold it to you. Like, how was that though? Because I'm just wondering. I didn't know that you could buy a house with people living
Yeah,
in it
me
already.
I think it was like a back house or something.
No, she
Yeah,
said
so
downstairs.
they have 30 days to move out. In those 30 days, that's when we start moving in, but they
Right.
gotta be out.
Oh.
The transitional.
There
Before
were
they,
2 tenants living in the back that they rented out a room from the previous owner.
Yeah, it's. I'm assuming to you it makes sense. To me, it doesn't make sense,
It
Martha.
doesn't.
But when you buy a house, I get it because sometimes like the person is still living in there where you're looking at. You go in and you view the house and there's still furniture
Right.
and stuff like that. But isn't that the owner's job, not your job, to get them to move out?
No, yeah, it is. It is. They were supposed to be out, but they approached us. I want to say, well, we did the inspection. The 2 females in the back approached us, me and my wife, and they asked us like, hey, we just moved here 2 months ago prior to you guys purchasing the house. So I wanted to see if you guys can keep us because I can't find anywhere to go within 30 days. I have nowhere to go. So I want to see if you guys can both keep us. We're both in college and we're struggling, and I don't think we can find anywhere to go in 30 days.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Did the
Damn, they
previous?
got you.
Did you get to talk to the previous owner? Or you were only talking to the real estate person.
No, we spoke with the previous owner too. He was there with the inspection and everything. He was a cool guy and everything.
Did he say anything about them?
He did. He just said that they would be out.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't warn you
Yeah,
like
because
of
I'm
how
wondering
how
if they are.
No, he didn't. First of all, he said they were his niece and that they were good tenants. Like they never had problems, and we didn't
Right.
get all the problems till afterwards. Once they were like, we were dealing with them.
Yeah. Martha, you guys don't really have mold, right? I feel like that's like they're
feel
lying
like-
about that.
Respectfully, I feel like everyone has mold.
a little,
I think so, too.
I mean, but
bit.
isn't
I
that
think like
in a-
mold just lives in like your restrooms and
Yeah,
all of
from
that.
humidity,
Wouldn't that
water.
be caught in an inspection?
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, we had an inspection. Everything passed. So we weren't even tripping off of that. It was just a she said, he said thing,
Yeah.
Mold is like fixable too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course,
But I just
of
feel like
course.
they just had an inspection.
I actually reached out to the previous owner because I already knew these girls were trying to take us to court. I reached out to the previous owner and I said, "Hey, by any chance, do you have any receipts that you did any like work on the back house?" And he said, "Yeah." He said he replaced the drywall for them and everything. He just said that they would never open the windows or anything. They were just always like stuck in there, and they would not even let it like air out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's on them.
Specifically with mold, my thing about it is like they might have done the inspection 7 months ago, but mold pops up like this, like in the humid conditions of a restroom.
Especially if they don't open windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's their job to tell you, and then your job to fix it.
Yeah,
The
right.
problem would be if they told you and you didn't fix it. Not that it exists. You know what I'm
see.
saying?
Okay.
Right.
So did they ever tell you, hey, there's mold?
They did, and we went in there. We
Marta.
tried to cure it. We cleaned it and everything.
That's good.
And we did. We approached everything they needed. Like,
You
hey guys,
responded.
we were
Yeah.
on it. We have text messages. We have
That's
everything.
good
We were on it.
documentation.
Correct.
So now it's
Okay.
more of like, do I really deal with like the process of this, going to court, doing all that, versus like paying it and getting rid of the headache?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm just telling my wife, you know what, man, just give them their $1,000. I don't want to deal with this, and I'm done. Like, I'm done with them. But my wife's like, no, I'm not gonna let them win.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
It
standing
turns
on
into
business.
it turns into an
I'm gonna
ego
put my
thing.
foot down, and they're gonna get it. And
That
let
might
them take
cost
us
you
to
more than
court.
$1,000 coming up though, just FYI, because
That's the thing, though. I have a written contract. On the contract, it does say it's on them. They can't pursue us for that amount. It's them. So that's what they're like not understanding. And I mean, let them be.
right.
Let
No,
them-
but I'm saying like if you go through the court, there's gonna be fees for that.
Yeah.
It's gonna get
Oh,
expensive.
yeah. I understand that. And that's where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't want the headache. I don't want to miss
Yeah.
some work. I don't want to deal with that. So shoot, I just give them the $1,000. Right now, I only have until the 21st to give them their deposit. They're refusing for us to give it to them because I tried valuing them. I tried reaching out to them, and they don't want to cooperate. So at this point, I sent them a last message stating, hey, you guys got a few days until the 21st to come and pick up this cashier's check I have in hand of $702. If you guys want it, it's here. But other than that, I don't know what else to do at this point.
And it's 702 because you took out things that they messed up in their place.
So I ended up just charging them for a cleaning fee and an extra day of them staying of April 1st.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ended up just letting them dispute the damages and all that. I took off the 200 or something. So I was still trying to be nice and be like, all right, cool. Then just the cleaning fee and the extra day of charge. But no, they're still saying no.
You
They
seem
don't
like
want
the
it.
really nice one, and
Yeah.
your wife seems like the
She
they're
don't
not
play.
gonna-
She's like in the middle. Like,
Gonna learn.
How are they?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Do they pay every month though? Like, were they ever back on rent?
You know what? I can only say maybe 1 month they paid on time.
Oh,
Okay.
so they have a record of.
Do they get late fees?
Yes. So we were supposed to charge them $50 late fee, and I never charged them. I
Yeah.
just
And that's why they
That
did
was a
it.
nice
And
one.
not that you should have been mean, but I guess they took advantage of how nice you guys were.
Yeah.
So they don't
Exactly.
expect you guys to be firm. So now when you guys are firm, they're like,
Like, what are
because
you
they
doing?
see that they've gotten away with like no late fees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're gonna
Right.
get our full deposit back. And then your wife's like, all right, Martha, you were nice. Now I'm gonna be
Now you
mean."
deal with
It's
it.
my turn.
yeah, keep that. Let me step to the side, Martha. Exit.
Okay, so now who are they
man.
complaining about the mold to? Are they complaining it to certain people? Are they
So
threatening
they're-
you?
They're kind of pretty much threatening me, just saying that they're gonna bring all this up. They said that we also had an illegal gas line running through their house and just all
All
this
of a
stuff.
sudden
Little
they're-
petty
Yeah, but it was,
Not
but it
all
was
of
fine when they were
them.
cooking
Yeah.
their chilaquiles.
Bro,
like-
that's what happens though. It's
This
crazy.
tenant thing
And
is
And I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you to evict someone, because then it's gonna turn into eviction. Because they're just gonna, if they think that they have reason of like the mold or the gas line, there's something of like, we don't have to pay because of this,
Yeah.
right? And then you have to prove all of that, and then evicting someone is really tough. Like, not gonna
Right
lie,
now,
like especially in California, like you're gonna have to deal with them for the next year, if like
If it goes
at
the wrong
least
way,
the next
yeah.
year, like,
Dang.
and they're gonna still be at your crib.
Yep.
Do you live there?
I live there. Yes, me and my wife and my kids.
So you see, do you see
You
them,
still
or
see them,
how
huh?
often do you see them?
No, so they took off. They
they left.
left April 1st. April 1st, they took off. We did the final walkthrough, and it was until 5 p.m. they took off. They're gone. It's just that now it's just after mess that's going on. The whole
They want their deposit
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, and they're taking us to court and all that. We've had emails back and forth now. So now we're just waiting. We have 6 days left, I want to say, now to see if they get their deposit or if not, then we go to court.
Do you think that they're bluffing? Because they are saying we're college kids. How could we afford it like this? Or how could we, if they found a place, they had to put a deposit there and pay there. So they got expenses of the new move and stuff. How much do you think that they're really mean business about the going to court?
I have no idea. Honestly, it's hard on this one. It's hard to a bluff, and honestly, I just feel like they're two young, dumb college girls. You know, young, dumb, broke college girls.
And they think, they think you guys are some two old dumb viejas that they can get one over on that never charge them for their late fees and all of that.
Yes.
You
So
both think the other's dumb.
I need help. I need to know whether
I know.
should I just
We'll help you.
$1,000 or should I just write it out and say, hey, take us to court. We got all the evidence, we got everything, but it's just tough.
Yeah.
And Martha's dealing with 2 things she got to deal with.
Dumb and Dumber?
Them too, but also, you know,
Wifey?
the wife and being like, hey, regardless of what decision they make.
Has
it's
this
like,
caused
hey,
problems
like,
between you and your wife?
A little bit, yes, a little bit.
Or you guys aren't on a united front? Like, let's go like together.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We have very, very good communication and everything.
I know you do. I can tell.
Martha's like, they don't know who we're messing
Actually,
with.
she's listening, so shout out to my wife, Nancy. Man, I love you.
Hi, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy, no te enojes.
No te enojes.
Martha, take her to Judge Judy.
There you go.
Okay. No, she is
scared to
currently,
judge you.
facts. She's currently calling the Brown Bag Law Firm, and we are her paralegals that
We're
have
the
never
greatest paralegals.
Yeah, well, we don't know nothing but what
don't.
we've seen
I
on
do.
Judge
Hey,
Judy.
we're paralegals, not pair of illegals.
Jesus.
I haven't checked anyone's paperwork. So.
We don't know.
There's only one question.
You. Anyway, you and Jose. Anyway, 818-520. Eso sí, Angélica.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
Esa carita de nopal. No hables así de Angélica.
I never said a name.
You looked at
just said
me.
it.
No,
So
you
that's what
looked at
think.
me.
We all know
I never
what you're
looked at you. I
talking
looked
about.
at Vic.
Yeah, because you guys were both laughing in front of me at my face.
They could have been talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
think it's
The
great.
first
we
one
weren't.
that
I
gets
said we
the
weren't.
first one that gets caught up is you, bruh. Just FYI, it's you. You could American citizen it up and be like, nah,
We're
I
gonna
don't
have to
believe
fight to
it.
get Maximo back.
Facts. We are.
And then they're gonna
The
send him
Supreme
to
Court,
Maryland on
everything.
accident.
Yeah. And then Bukele's gonna be like, I don't know, I don't send back terrorists. And we're like, sorry, Maximo.
You don't think it was so-
Didn't you shave
I'm a
bald, all
survivor.
of that?
I'm a survivor regardless.
They're gonna say his hat meant something.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. What did it say?
Yeah.
rights?
Isn't that crazy?
I
Your
know.
thoughts?
They're saying his
They're
bull's
saying
hat
meant that he's
something.
in.
Yeah.
But we have Nancy, Martha's wife, who
Oh.
called
Nancy,
separately.
like, called it a
She's
different
like, I
line.
need to talk to you, Nancy.
I'm going to the other room.
Nancy.
Nancy, does your wife know you're calling us?
Hi, good morning, Brown Bag.
Good morning.
Yeah, so she honestly has a big heart. She's very kind. And I think these two girls honestly took her kindness for weakness. And honestly, that gets me really pissed off. I cannot. Every time they will be late, I would tell her, charge them the late fee. And she'd be like, no, babe, they're in college, you know.
Oh,
Don't
my
do that.
gosh. She fell for it.
What do you mean they're in college?
Yeah, she has empathy. You know
And
they're going
so-
through a lot, babe, and you're like, I'm going through a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, buying a house, it's a big step. It takes a lot on us, you know, first-time owners. It's a lot. And I told her, babe, this is a business. It's not. We're not friends. We're not here to make friends, you know. And but she has a big heart. She tries to help out. She's and that's what gets me mad. Once people start taking advantage of her kindness, yeah, I'm like, no, that's not cool. You know, she gave you so much. She let it go. And then now just because we gave you, so they were supposed to be out on the 31st of March. And then on April 1st was supposed to be the walkthrough at 7 a.m. And like Martha said, they didn't get out until 5 p.m. So that to me, it's already one more day that you stayed. We had to cancel contractors and cleaning lady, all of that we had to cancel, and that's already a cancellation fee.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it is hard and things that they don't see, and because they're young, they're gonna have to learn the hard way, just like everybody else does. Moving into a new apartment by yourself the first time, or with your family the first time renting out, you learn. Not, everywhere you go, they're not gonna be like, oh, it's okay. Oh, you just crashed your car, or don't worry, it's okay, you can pay me later. They're not gonna be like that.
Right.
Anyway, everybody wants their rent, late fees, and damages
Nancy.
paid.
Nancy, tell me about these girls. Do you hate them? Are you just like,
Are they, would you call them stupid?
yeah? Do you think they're just like, why?
Annoying.
Look, I honestly did not want them there at the beginning. I wanted.
That's how
to
you guys
come
gave
into
them like
my own house.
6 months, huh?
Yeah.
I wanted to come in fresh start. The mold was fixed by the previous owner, and every time we would try to go in there, we would tell them ahead of time, hey, can we go in and fix
Right.
this? And they would always be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not home. Oh, I'm sorry, not right now. So it's not like we didn't try. And then about the gas line, we knew about the gas line. The thing is that I couldn't take out a service that was already there for them since the very beginning.
Since they
and
slashed on
leave
like,
them,
yeah.
leave them with anything,
It's kinda like
nothing.
inherited.
So, so I couldn't take away a service that, and now that to throw it in our face like that, it's like a slap, and that's what gets me pissed off. And I have proof of every little thing, text messages. I have cameras all over. I have
That's good.
videos.
Nancy
I
ain't
have
playing.
pictures.
So Nancy, you're
Oh, Nancy's sick.
you're saying
Go
that
for it.
you're down to go to court. Like if it's up to you versus giving them another like $200 something
peace.
dollars and that full 1,000, or like going to court, you're choosing court.
Yep.
I am definitely choosing court because I know I have
Thank you,
the
Nancy.
proof. I have. We did everything the right way, and Martha was just way too nice, and I don't think that's okay. And no one's gonna let go of, late rent or not paying or,
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the judge would side with us just because we do have all the proof.
Right.
And they wanna, just because we took away $200 and something, we gave them back $709.
Yeah.
And, we took away literally just
What you
the
needed.
cleaning fee
You could have
is.
done
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
It seems, yeah. But what if the judge is
just
like,
getting petty.
but look
They're
at these nice
college
little
girls.
college girls.
They're going through a lot right now.
Yeah, you see, the judge is not going to look at that.
What if the
is gonna
judge does
treat
though?
everybody
How
they-
mad are you gonna be?
are they,
Then
like,
she
hot
can
or
sue
something?
this judge.
Were they kind of
I'm
hot?
sorry?
Are they hot?
Of course, that's the
Oh,
question
no.
from the guys. Of course.
No,
No. This has nothing
No,
to
not
do
at
with
all.
if they're hot
No,
or
I'm
not.
just
Yeah,
saying
the
because
only
the judge
thing- I
might,
just
you know,
wanna
side
know.
with them.
Yeah.
just
The
'cause
only
they
thing
might-
If they were guy tenants, would you ask if they were hot?
Why would I
No.
ask that?
Exactly.
Then why are you asking right now?
Unnecessary.
Because it does matter.
They're just
It
tenants.
does.
The only
matter?
thing I worry about this is like going to court is that what if they're fake brokies? Because there's a lot of college kids who like
Oh,
go to
like
different
right now you're thinking
states,
you could
different-
go to court because
Yeah.
you'll probably out like you can pay for the court stuff
Exactly.
fees. But what if they actually do have bread, but they were
Or
or
telling
like
you they
a
were
rich
broke?
They just
parents
had
or
it in their
something
savings
where they're
account.
just waiting, like that's the
Yeah.
part where they can extend this and make
Yeah.
it a bigger headache.
Do you think they are broke or they're faking it?
No, I think they're faking it.
Why?
When they were moving out, the mom clearly stated, "Oh yeah, they're moving into a new apartment." They had a yard sale, and the mom was there, and she let us know, "Oh, we finally found an apartment," and we said, "Oh, great, that's good for you." And the mom's like, "In the yard sale, they were selling everything," and the mom was like, "Oh yeah, now that she has a lot of money, she wants to buy everything new." So we were like, "Oh, okay, so she does have money, like it's." They work and they go to college, both of them. So they have, and they recently won. They had a car crash and they recently won that lawsuit.
Oh.
So
They're
Oh.
ready.
So
They
they're
might have the
good.
lawyers.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, they might have them on speed dial.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Sounds like a case for Sweet James. All right,
True.
bro. So they got settlement money.
Yeah, they're good right now.
They're like on a win right now,
Yeah, they're
and
not
they're like,
lying.
"Hey, you want to? I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah,
I'm
we
a
just,
Get
Why
won,
more
so
settlement
this
money."
we just won in the courtroom, one defeated.
Yeah.
That's how they feel.
Well, what to know?
That's why they're like, yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Let's go to let's go to Jessica and Van Nuys. What's up, Jessica? Good morning.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Good morning, Brown Bag.
Hi, Jessica.
Good morning.
Morning, Jessica.
All right, Jessica, did this trigger something that happened in your life?
Yes.
Talk to us.
Honestly, my opinion is for them to try to keep it out of the court, just because once you go to the court, like you said earlier, it could take a year. Also, all the fines, all the fees that can accrue with that. Actually going through, well, not me personally, but somewhat me personally, my grandfather is going through something like that with his niece.
In the family.
So you're,
Oh wow.
your tia or
No. So
Cousin?
my grandfather's niece. So
What would that be?
his brother's daughter is
Okay.
living
but not
there.
related to you?
That's your cousin, no?
Her aunt.
No, that's my mom's cousin.
Got it.
But she's still
Related
related
to
to
you.
you.
But she disowned her already.
Yeah, all right,
She
all right,
disowned
I
her
get it,
already.
I
Talk
get
to
Nothing
us.
to me.
Why are we not owning her in the family? Tell us what she's doing.
My
My
bad.
brain hurts.
Okay, so initially she came in because my grandfather's brother, he was elderly. He needed somebody to take care of him. My mom took care of him for like a couple of years, but he was just bien corajudo and like she just couldn't no more.
Okay.
So then they kind of put like a little barn, you know, like those little sheds at Home Depot. They
Yes.
bought one of those and they put it next to the guest house, which is where he was staying at, and she stayed there. The terms were that she was going to stay there to take care of him.
What?
However, a few months ago, he passed away. So my grandfather was like, "Okay, you need to get out already." Like the only sole purpose was for her to take care of him. So now that he's no longer here, they've been trying to get her out for like over almost a year already. Wow. And they've gone to a couple lawyers trying to get her out.
Yeah.
There's a whole process. I guess if you're in the state of California, if you're there more than 2 years, the landlord has to pay the tenant
To move out, like where the relocation. Yeah.
What?
Greg.
a relocation fee, and
Yeah.
that's
Beverly Hills right now.
$10,000.
Because it's not their fault that they're leaving. Like they're getting kind of
Kicked out?
the owners telling them to leave, so they're gonna give them.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
That
a
makes sense.
$10,000 relocation fee, which my grandfather is not working. You know, he's older already. He doesn't have 10 grand to just, here throw and give it to a lady that he really does not like.
A lady?
You know?
her family member?
She's not blessed to her.
No.
What does her
That's
parent?
not-
Her parent was the sibling of the grandfather. What does her parent say, or are they passed away too?
One of them, well, he's no longer here, and then the mother is like somewhere in Mexico where she's just like a really bad señora. Like they're witches. They're like,
That's why she wouldn't admit to them being
They're
relatives.
witches.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the brujas of the family.
Chiquita.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chiquita. Okay,
She's going through
Jessica.
it.
So
Hi,
one,
Jessica.
not only
The
do you guys have
shade.
to like try to get through the legal process, but you also have to like get through the curses too.
Her mom's just in Mexico being a witch.
Yeah.
when I say this lady is like the devil, she is like.
Which
every-
one?
Jeez.
The mom,
The
or
mom or
the
the
niece?
yeah.
My grandfather's niece.
Okay.
Oh.
Your cousin.
No relation. No, she's not related to that
Not
witch.
related.
My grandfather's niece.
Uh-huh.
The
What makes
squatter,
you feel
basically.
like
She's
she
like
is a
squatter now.
bruja? What makes you feel like she's a bruja?
Just her aura, like everything that
Aura?
she is.
Oh.
She's
There's
nasty.
talks from like my grandmother that she knows like people in her rancho and stuff that say that
Oh,
their
that's
family does all that. So
All right,
Oh,
leave
you know
her
what?
there.
Leave them there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't want
just-
anything bad.
Move
to
your
it.
grandpa out.
Stay away
Yeah,
from it.
honestly, yeah.
Her grandpa's passed away. Isn't your grandpa passed away?
No.
No.
Who's passed away?
my
the
grandpa's brother.
Your uncle.
got
That's
you,
what she
got
was.
you.
Yeah. She's
She's
the
like,
type
I
to
don't
be
want
like,
a relationship with that
my
whole family.
brother's sister.
She would be like that.
So what your advice is try to settle it out of court because it's just gonna get messy. They're gonna have to deal with these girls too long, and it's an easy cut. They're out of your life now. You know, like with you, that lady's still in the house. Like at
Right.
least here they're out of the crib. You know.
Yeah. So my grandpa even went to the measures. I mean, he's not really supposed to do this.
Reportedly,
But he
allegedly.
turned off like he unplugged, I guess, like the power back there.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I
no,
never
he
did
didn't.
that.
He didn't do that. And we're
Yeah,
not
he
gonna
did that.
reportedly, allegedly incriminate him.
It is his
Hey,
house,
but
so,
all of
like-
our love and protection
Yeah.
and good juju to your grandpa, man.
Yeah.
Like, shout out
Cuídalo
to your grandpa.
mucho.
Tell your
You don't
grandpa
have-
to send the homie helpline for
Hey,
next week.
you don't have no cholo cousins?
I do. My man, my cousin, my uncle.
My man.
Yeah. Easy fix right there.
Hey,
Tell
hey,
them
I
to
don't
do it.
know.
Make a
Cholos
call.
versus Brujas is a crazy,
that's a crazy thing.
Sounds like-
Look,
That
I
sounds
don't
like a
know.
graphic
I don't know
novel.
who's winning.
I want to see that movie. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Forget Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Cholos versus
Yeah.
It'll
Brujas.
be like a Mexican Twilight.
Yeah. We send you our love, baby girl. I appreciate you.
Yeah, get a lot of holy water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw,
Jessica.
baby girl. Jessica over there.
That's wild.
That's
Dealing
hilarious.
with brujas? That's scary.
I know.
Cholos
I'd be
versus
like,
Brujas.
okay, just do what you
Cholos
want.
versus Brujas. Find
Who would
out
win?
next week.
Martha, we got another Martha in
Otra.
Riverside. What's up, Martha?
Martha.
Marta.
Hey, good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Martha.
Martha, talk to us. What would you say to other Martha and her wife Nancy, who are like just fed up with these tenants that they had? They stayed their welcome. They overstayed their welcome at their crib. Would always pay late. They finally got them to move out, but when it was time to give them the deposit back, they kind of took some from it for one, them staying over the day that they were supposed to leave, and for just different things they had broken in their spot. So they were about to give them $700. Now these two college girls that were living in that house were like, hey, we're gonna take you to court because there was mold, there's an illegal gas leak, all of this, that, and the third.
All of a
So now they're
sudden.
wondering, should we just pay them the $1,000, the full deposit, or should we take them to court and like fight it out that way? What would you say?
So my parents kind of went through a same little situation. They used to rent the back house. And at the end of the whole thing, same thing. The tenant would always pay rent late. They needed some stuff to be fixed. They would tell my parents, but they would never be home as well, for them to fix the stuff. When they left, the house was trashed out.
Damn.
Windows were broken, sinks were broken.
I did it on purpose.
So at the very end, since my mom already had, I guess, experience with management, she used to be a manager at some apartment complex for like 15 years. So she was really good about keeping track of rent was paid, money order, or check. So then, of course, that would have the date on it. So she showed proof of okay, rent was due from the 1st to the 3rd. They would pay till the 10th. So all of those late fees for rent, she added all of that, all of the damages. So I think rent was like $1,300. Deposit was $1,300 when they moved in. So my parents ended up taking them to court. The judge actually sided with my parents, and the tenant actually ended up owing my parents money.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
This
How
is a
long
good
was this
story.
process?
I'm sorry?
How long was the process?
It took maybe about 6 months or
Dang.
so.
It's not bad.
But
That's not bad.
I mean, I guess it was worth it because my parents ended
They
up
went out
getting
at
more
the
than
end.
what they expected.
Yeah. Martha's wife Nancy's like, yes, we're gonna go to court.
Yeah, we're going. I hope they have you
I have a
guys.
question.
Nancy has
I have a
all
question
I
though,
got 6 months in me.
Other Martha. They were ordered to
Yeah.
pay. Did they pay? Because there's often times where judges make an order, but
People
they
still don't
don't
pay.
do it.
Tell me about it.
What?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Well,
You can do that?
is the judge, my parents got their money.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. The judge ordered it.
So, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know if the tenants didn't, pay after the order. I don't know what happens then.
Yeah.
But I say if she has all the proofs, and I don't know how they were paying rent, but if she can prove that they were late on that, add that on there too.
Yeah.
Just stack it
Just
up.
keep- like make them eat their words. That's what.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
As long as they're not brujas.
Yeah. Well, it's once
Gotta
they say
verify.
that they're witches,
Yeah,
I'm like,
all right,
I'm
leave 'em alone.
out.
Leave 'em alone.
Yeah.
Throw holy water at them.
Rennick, you think the same thing? You think take him to court because the judge will favor you?
I was just gonna say the same thing. Yeah, I will countersue and take them to court because they already have proof, video evidence, receipts. So I'm pretty sure the judge is gonna go on their side, and then they're gonna have to end up paying Martha and Nancy.
The late
Yeah,
fees,
all of
the
that.
late fees.
Yeah.
I'm such like a. I don't
That'll
want to
make
with
Nancy
Yeah, 'cause
very
you're type
happy
C,
though.
you're type
yeah,
C.
6 months.
No,
to me is
Callie,
like,
show them.
ah.
But
Callie,
I
teach them a
just-
lesson.
Hold on, Callie
Go
from
ahead.
Lakewood. You were like Maximo. You're like, bro, just
Get over
charge
it.
it to the game.
What
Yeah.
up, man?
Man, there's so much stuff right here, and it's just crazy. So first of all, it sounds like they had this lease agreement with the former owners. So that deposit isn't even with these people, it sounds like. So there might be a loophole right there.
Wondering, yeah.
Secondly, because the thing is, I've been through that. Like the apartment that I was in as a kid got sold 3 different times. When it came back to getting our deposit, there was no deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that might be this situation too. Then secondly, I would just, it takes money to sue. Like they have to take, this is a small claims court type of thing. So there's a cap to how much money that's going to be paid out anyway.
I believe
So if they want to really come get some money, sue me. It takes money to sue, and you can't even sue for a lot. And then if they want to do that, that's when you add the countersuits. So you probably have some people that can do the gas and stuff like that. So if you actually scheduled them to come out, you probably paid a deposit that you didn't get back either. So you can go ahead and add all of these things up in your countersuit, and these little girls might end up owing you. And then you can put it all on social media these days. And you know how social media is.
Yeah, on TikTok, yeah.
Put their faces on there.
They need to learn.
No, because then you can be sued for that.
You're gonna lose if you post that.
Blur their face.
Then how are you gonna post it and blur at the same time?
Take their eyes.
That's a guaranteed loss.
Yeah,
in
that's
court.
a lawsuit too.
Okay, maybe just
Defamation.
blur their face. But just show them.
How do you show them a blur their face?
No, just you're gonna show them by like you're gonna show the girls like look
That's
what I
not
can do.
necessary. That's extra.
That's extra, but you're just being petty at that time.
Yeah, and then you're gonna cause someone to sue you.
Yeah.
Defamation. Like what is it? What's the thing?
Defamation of character?
No, when you're like distress. Emotional distress,
yeah,
all of that.
they
Because
can
imagine
charge
if
that
someone posted your face with your stuff blurred out, you'd be like, bro, this is a violation. Like, you're violating me. So.
Just because it's a blur, they're still going to find out who it
trying
is.
to win everything.
Yeah.
He's trying to win the money and in socials.
Martha, everyone's telling you to sue them. How do you feel? You're still not going to, huh?
I don't want to.
Oh, my God.
Time.
Think about how happy
Martha,
it'll
your
make Nancy.
wife literally wants you to sue, and everyone that called is
Nancy
like,
will be
"Hey."
so happy.
And I guess
I told myself back in 2009, I'm not doing no more court, man. I'm done.
Martha, I'm with you.
I get you, Martha. But
back and
maybe it's just it's not a you guys thing, because if you guys are gonna go to court, it's because they went 1st. So if they're threatening you and you guys are gonna go to court, like everyone said, countersue. Don't just go to court just to show up and be like, I didn't do it. Go and be like, all right, we're countersuing these ladies.
Yeah.
Or just
now you sound so sad.
Porque les tienes, like, why do you have so much empathy towards them? What are they even majoring in?
One of them is studying to be a dermatologist doctor, and then the other one is trying to be some type of engineer.
Look, she might have a derm plug and an engineer plug.
Just wait.
that's it.
Just wait till they get like actual money and then sue them. Boom.
They got money. They won the.
They got money. They won the other settlement.
Wait till the first day of their jobs and then. Boom.
What was that?
Or countersue.
I don't know, Martha, but Nancy and all of Los Angeles want you to sue
Not
these
me.
girls.
Yeah. Not
Except for Maximo.
Sue their pants off.
And you're still
Hey,
like,
yo.
oh,
Hey,
My
yo.
father's a lawyer.
Have my big panties on and do what the wife says.
Let's go. Bro, imagine if she didn't after everyone said to do it.
Yeah, that'd
It
be
sounds
a
like
fight
a
at home.
headache, though. It's
The
just
only
so
thing
much.
is, like, if they sue and then the judge favors the tenants, that's on everybody. That's on
not
you,
me.
Maximo.
No, I'm saying
that's
no.
on you, Vic. That's on you, Angie. That's on you.
Nah,
It's on Nancy.
That's on you, other Martha.
Wait,
That's
You
on you.
Martha.
cannot lose. This is a foolproof case right here.
Yeah, Martha, just one last question. Who's gonna be going to court and doing the paperwork and all that stuff?
All of them. They all have to.
What do you mean? Well, they would to us.
No,
and
I know,
Nancy
but like,
would-
okay, so you have like a court
Your
date. let's say.
response. Yeah, who's going?
Who's going?
Nancy.
My God.
Listen, I get it. Because Martha was the one dealing with probably the paperwork. So
Martha, you're the one that let them off with no late fees. How are you going to make Nancy go
Let
to
me
the
tell
court?
you why, though, because I'm the breadwinner here. I'm the one that works my ass off all day, and I'm
Martha, you're going to get in trouble.
Hold on. Nancy's not going to play.
Nancy left out that part right there.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter if you're the bread. Like that's then you should care more.
Nancy's
that
gonna look at her
someone
like right now.
besides
Your
your
money.
family is taking your money. Because pobrecito
hard-earned
to your
money.
7 million kids that you guys have at that house. Pobrecito them.
I know.
Yeah, that $50 late fee they could have used on I don't know
Coffee,
food.
yeah.
Yeah, that's almost like 9 months of late
So
fees.
don't start a fight with Nancy, okay?
$450.
All right.
Say something nice about her. Say like she's the I don't know, she's the light of your eyes. Algo.
She's the best, man. She's the best. She knows it.
Okay.
You kid.
Okay.
The Homie Helpline.